What an incredible ride through this canyon. Decided to go ahead and get off the ATV. As I was coming through here, I noticed what looked like some cougar tracks. So just wanted to come over here and do a little investigating. What a beautiful canyon for sure. Wow. Hard to put it into perspective just how grand it is through here. Really cool. Check this out. Really incredible. So it looks like it came over this way and may have took off up into this drainage that goes up several hundred feet, but there's a little slot right through there it could climb up to the top of. But here's a closer look. Of course, it's kind of melted out, but there's its paw print right there, and there's some perspective to just how big that cat is. That is huge. It felt really good to get off the ATV, check out this rock canyon, and observe those cougar tracks running up into that slot. But man, I'll tell you what, there's only a handful of places in the world that you could see snow in the desert like this. I mean, how cool is that, that snow and cactus could actually live together? I'm going to head down this trail, go find a cool place to camp out here and just enjoy myself in this beautiful backcountry here. Yeah, awesome stuff, man. Love the way that looks back there. Man, I really enjoyed driving through that canyon. Some of the high points of that rock canyon, they had to go up about 250 feet. And now that we transitioned from that, we're out here in kind of a vast desert tundra. Really pretty landscape, that's for sure. Really unique scenery when you're driving down the road and you get like these little washed out areas that are caused from heavy rainfall that comes off the mountain. These areas could get really washed out, but it's pretty dang cool. Looks like out here we've got a little bit of a corral. We have areas out here where folks could come in and, you know, utilize this area for cattle. And I'm beginning to think this is what it is, because just like that, there's cows in and around this area. Of course, this is all BLM land, and you could actually drive through here without having any concern of being on private property. But here we go, we got a big desert pond out here. It's all frozen up, of course. Definitely wouldn't want to walk on it. It's probably got about 2 inches of ice with the occasional spot of water showing. But that's what these animals come to get a drink of water. Then they head back out into the wild out here. But all this water is definitely collected as it rains and snows up in the high country here. Cows, man, what's up, dude? And dudettes. You guys are alright. All freaked out. Like, what the hell are you doing out here, man? Tell you what I'm doing. Coming out here just checking this out. Got some more cows over here. You know, one thing that often happens out here is these trails could get pretty washed out, and you come into sections like this where you literally got drop-offs. The The road went out this way, but it looks like I'm cut off. I don't know if I should turn back around, try to find a different route. But I know there's a track that goes up into this canyon right here. You can see remnants of the road. But I think I'm going to keep pushing forward, see if I could get myself in and around this. But yeah, look at these little slots right through here. And of course you got to be careful. There's cactus on this side, and of course a nice little cutout section of a rut here. Yeah, when I come out to the desert landscape just like this, I always carry a tire repair kit. You definitely don't want to get caught up and run over a thorn and end up with the flat tire, so it's important to carry some kind of repair kit to get yourself back up and going. Yeah, we got some nice sizable jagged rocks that are coming through here. Thankfully it's short-lived. I would not want to ride miles on that. That would just really slow down the pace. Seeing already what some of the trails looking like out here, it's possible that this old track could have been washed out by a heavy rainstorm at some point, and it's definitely already giving the vibe that that may have happened. But at least up to this point, it's still a trail that you can navigate. But I could definitely see it throwing a handful of curveballs, that's for sure. Yeah, she's dicey. Coming through here by yourself, thankfully what you could do is just get off your ATV and climb it up these little sections that are pretty rutted out. Because if not, you risk the chance of turning yourself over, and especially being out here by yourself, that's the last thing you want to do. But that's what happens. You want to keep pressing the trail. Just got to trust your instincts and your judgment. Man, this trail is super steep and it keeps pressing. Holy cow. Looks like this is an old bridge structure. How unusual is that? The more I think about this, that right there definitely is not a bridge. At least I'm pretty positive it's not a bridge. Why are you going to build a road going virtually straight up? I mean, that's like a 85% grade. So, with all that being said, that's got to be a mine. I mean, there's nothing else that makes sense for this type of vast landscape and just jagged areas. So, let's have a look at this. Yeah, it comes right up to the edge. That's about 30 feet down. Looks like the mine was covered up, or they use this kind of as like a sluice area of some sort, because it is right on the side of a old up dried spring bed right here that was probably running water 30-40 years ago. Yeah, here's a different angle, different perspective. It's definitely covered up, and I am definitely happy that it's not rattlesnake season, because they would be hanging out through this for sure. Yeah, I wonder if they covered it up and maybe there was a tunnel that went into this mountainside several hundred feet. But I think the challenge now is I need to try to find camp. The sun is slowly getting away from me. Got about an hour and a half before the sun tapers off, and all of a sudden I'm setting up camp in the dark. This right here is a piece of dried up cactus that's already kind of decayed and becoming a skeleton. But I'm going to put that on there. It's so dry that it'll just fire up and just increase the fire to continue building up. Everything was a little damp, but we got that fire started just off flint and steel, what I could find dry out here. That's what that cactus looks like. It's all aerated. All the thorns that used to live within it, they decay, fall out, and it just becomes kind of like a skeleton. But it's a great piece of fire starter to help get a fire going. You can see better the way it looks. Feels good to be kicking back and enjoying this campfire. Got the camp grill up on here. Gonna cook up some dinner here in just a little bit. But I'll tell you what, I had to make a change. I was sitting in a small foldable camp chair, and at the bottom, the legs are just really small and tiny. And being that I'm in a sand area, my chair just kept wanting to sink into the ground. And so I put that chair to the side, figured I'm gonna bring my cooler over here, and I'll tell you what an improvement on sitting now. Stable, no chance of falling, so good deal right there. That's gonna taste good. Steak sandwich. Good morning. What a great night's sleep. I thought it was going to get colder than it actually was. Over the nighttime, some clouds rolled in, and it created what I think is kind of an insulated area between the surface and up in the clouds, trapping in a lot of the daytime warmth. So yeah, what a surprise. I thought it was going to be much colder. But yeah, just kicking back. I got some coffee made. I have some easy breakfast. It's a hot cereal, the instant cream of wheat with brown sugar. It's my type of preferred breakfast when I'm out here in the backcountry. It's just better to me to wake up, just kick back, enjoy and absorb all the scenery that's around you. I mean, I'm literally in a valley and there's just mountaintops all around me in a 360-degree panoramic view here. So upon waking up, seeing how dark some of the clouds were, I decided to go ahead and break down camp quickly. I didn't want to get caught up in maybe some rain, snow. At this type of setting, being in the high desert, you never know if it's going to be snow, if it's going to be rain. It's unpredictable in some cases, and right now that temperature threshold is kind of like it could go either way. But I know a cold front is getting ready to blow in later tonight, maybe into tomorrow, and so I thought maybe that cold front was ahead of track, and that's why I decided let's just break down camp. But yeah, nice hot cereal in the morning. That's just awesome. Still cool up here regardless. It's got to be probably, I'd say, upper 30s, low 40s. In fact, it didn't even freeze last night, which is very unusual for being at an elevation of 6,100 feet, something like that. Typically these elevations, they freeze up at this type of year, you know, which is wintertime. We're in mid-January, so kind of bizarre not to have a freeze over last night. But again, I contribute that to the clouds that blew in and just insulated everything. Oh man, nothing beats a nice hot cup of coffee and some hot cereal on a brisk morning, man. Yeah, we came up to a little pass right now. There's the valley behind me, and we're getting ready to drop down into this valley. I don't know if there's any names to these basins or valleys out here, but you could definitely say that the water sheds down this way, and here at the high point, literally right here, the water sheds the other way. I will have to say that this is on my top 5 trails to cruise on. I mean, picturesque scenery, the whole 9 yards. I mean, it's just super hard to keep looking straight when you're just surrounded by all this beauty and valley and mountains. I mean, just absolutely incredible. Yeah, this trail is beautiful, but it gets real rocky and you get banged around a little bit in sections. Yeah, see, there's a sizable rock right there. Here we are getting ready to get up to another little pass. This is the second pass on this trail where they drop between valleys. So yeah, there's the back valley drainage right there. What a beautiful view back there. I see a trail that's climbing up the side of that mountain, but good God, that is just nuts. I mean, who made the trail up there? For what reason? Beats me. The only thing I could think of is a mine. Yeah, that's not a bad valley view down there, huh? Look at this. What a beautiful pass. Wow. Just breathtaking. Since crossing the other pass up there, I'm well into this valley, about to hit a low point for sure. Getting ready to cross up one of these old dry spring beds. Well, I hope you guys really enjoyed this video. It was awesome to get out, do a camp trip, and just explore an area that is very unfamiliar to me. But yeah, with that being said, guys, yeah, great trip. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And until the next one, guys, I'm out. You guys take care of yourselves.